Alright, everyone, so when you're ready, let's find our way to our mat, and we are going to come to child's pose. That's where we're all going to meet. And for child's pose, that is toenails on our mat, the tops of our feet are on our mat as well, our knees are on our mat, our stomach is over our thighs, and our hands are reaching to the top of our mat. Forehead is on our mat as well. Our hands, forearms, elbows, forehead, knees, shins, tops of the feet, they all are touching your mat. Maybe you feel the heat radiating from your mat into these points of contact. Maybe you start to feel yourself grounding your hands, your knees, your shins into the surface beneath you. So think of roots growing into the ground. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling, finding your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 3 more on your own. I want you to find yourself noticing your breath more as we're about to move. And try and remember every move matches a breath, whether you are inhaling or exhaling. You don't necessarily have to follow my every single cue. Sometimes you can flow on your own, but you could always come back to my cueing, my breath, and find your own again. If at any point you need a block to stabilize your body, please go ahead and do so. Be safe. Remember, I can't see you, you can't see me. So it's very important to be safe. If at any point your knees start to hurt on the surface that you are working on, put a towel underneath those knees, keep those safe. And then when you're ready, from child's pose, come up to tabletop. Tabletop, your toes are in your mat. Your shoulders are over your wrists. You're exhaling your shoulders over your wrists so they're in line with your fingertips. And then you're exhaling your hips back to heels. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, hips back to heels. Maybe we make some circles to the right. Just invite a lot of play in this area. It's our first flow of practice, so there's really no reason to be so strict with yourself. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling, no matter which direction you are moving over those wrists. Just make sure you are comfortable. You are finding your stretch zone. Maybe you're doing a figure eight like me. And when you're ready, flip your forearms to 12 o'clock, facing that short side edge of the mat. Maybe your shoulders are in line with your wrists. Maybe your hips are coming further back to your heels, opening up those forearms, stretching out the wrists. Find whatever position's comfortable for you. Again, this is the beginning of your practice, so there's really no reason to, be so strict. Allow yourself to go off the beaten track, make some mistakes. And now, staying on the toes or putting those toenails back on the mat, I'm going to put those tops of the feet back on the mat. We're going to come to prayer, hands at our chest, and then our left pointer finger is going to start moving to the left. And now we're clasping our hands. And now we're rolling out our wrists in whatever pattern you'd like. Gently, be gentle with yourself. And maybe we go the other way. Maybe we unclasp the hands and now the left fingertips move over, rolling out the wrists, switching directions. Shake out the wrists, return to tabletop. And now I invite you to move that right leg back, stretching. Gotta move up a little bit here. From tabletop, move that right leg back. Tops of the left foot is in the mat. My right foot is gripping the mat, so I feel the stretch in my hamstring. My left hand moves forward, so my bicep is at my left ear. And now I want you to pick up that right leg. Excellent, everyone. Make sure we are breathing, activating our core. Back is flat. Finding the balance. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand comes back to the mat. And then right knee comes back underneath the hip. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left leg moves back. Right arm moves forward. So now you feel the stretch in your left calf. The right bicep is by your right ear. Inhale. Exhale that left leg up. Feel the stretch in your glute, your back, your left shoulder, your core. Breathing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're ready, right hand turns to the mat. Left knee comes underneath your body. Excellent. And now from this position, we're going to go into some cat-cows. If you saw the warm-up from yesterday, you'll know what a cat-cow is, but I'm going to cue you through it anyway. So we're going to inhale our nose to the sky, our chest forward, and then we're going to exhale our nose to our belly button, shoulder blades round, cat pose. Inhale, nose to the sky, chest moves forward, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Do two on your own. Last one. Inhale, exhale to cat. And now from cat, we're gonna move to cow for our last cat-cow pose. Back to tabletop. I really hope everybody got a good laugh out of that one. Really love inviting some humor into yoga. Really don't think should be such a strict practice. We should have some fun with it. So I really hope everybody enjoyed that little dad joke. And from tabletop, we are gonna put our toes into the mat and we're gonna lift our hips up to down, our first down dog. Generous bend in our knees here, and our chest is falling closer to our thighs with every breath. And in our down dog position, if you've never heard of down dog, just think of an A. You want to be in the shape of a letter A or a V, upside down V. Something your shoulders like myself, you're gonna have to, find the space for your chest to move back and for you to be comfortable. It takes some time. I've been practicing yoga for a couple years now, and I still can't find quite a comfortable down dog, but it will come. And it comes with the practice as well. So during this time, we're walking our dog, finding any movement that we are going to enjoy. And now, feet to hands or hands to feet, yogi's choice. Walk them up or walk them back to a forward fold. I walked my feet to my hands, so if you're with that crew, just follow along. If you're hands to feet crew, then you can still follow along. You'll figure it out. It's really not that hard. Generous bend in our knees as we fall forward. Feeling our upper back fall forward over our knees. Maybe our hands are on the ground. My knees are bent so much right now. It feels so good. So this is a very comfortable forward fold for myself. You could also use a block. So the sound you hear is a block underneath my hands, and now I'm just putting my hands on the block to support myself. And now I'm actually going to use this block for my halfway lift. So that block is on the short side edge. So it's at its tallest point. I'm going to inhale my chest up. My core is tight. The top of my head is reaching forward. Forward fold. So very similar to our top, nice and flat. Exhale, knee to nose. And now we're going to step that right foot back to warrior two, a very gentle warrior two. So that right foot is aligned with the short side edge of the mat. My left knee is bent. My left hand is stretched over my left thigh. My left knee is over my left big toe. My right hand is stretching back. So I feel my limbs stretching from this position. We're going to inhale, exhale, cartwheel our hands down, back to the mat. Step our left foot back to plank. Down dog. If you need to adjust back on your mat, that's fine. No big deal. Take your time to do so. We'll wait. And in whichever way you move, to move the opposite. So I move feet to hands, and now I'm going to move my hands to my feet. We're going to meet in that flat back. Maybe your knees are not so bent. Mine are bent less, and I'm in a very comfortable forward fold right now. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling. And when you're ready, those hands come to our knees. We're going to inhale our top of our head forward. Exhale, fold over those legs. And now we're going to rise gently, vertebrae by vertebrae. We stand, inhaling, exhaling, taking our time as we rise. Inhale those hands up above our head. Hands come back down to our chest to prayer. And now we are going to step that left foot back to a very gentle warrior two. I'm going to move forward. So that left foot is lined up with the short side edge of the mat. Right knee is over our right big toe, and my hands are stretching from my shoulders. Very gentle warrior two. Micro bend. Not a micro bend, but bend that right knee. Maybe we're in a very short posture. We're breathing. This is just a short little introduction to warrior two. And then we're going to inhale, exhale those cartwheel those hands back down to the mat. And we're going to step that right foot back to plank, back to down dog. And now when you're ready, we're going to move through this again. Inhale, left leg reaches to the sky. And now I want you to stack the left hip over our right, bend the left leg. Our pinky's trying to touch our right elbow. The pinky of the left foot is trying to touch our right elbow. Step it forward between our hands. Rise up to warrior two. And now we're in a deeper posture. Much deeper posture than the first time. Great job, everybody. It's not easy work. Inhale, right hand comes to right hip. Exhale, flip the left hand over. Inhale, exhale. That left arm reaches back. Peaceful warrior. So now you should be in this position. You're like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Your legs are this sturdy base, but your top half of your body is supported by your right hand, your right arm, and you're leaning back toward your right foot. And then when you're ready, exhale that left elbow to your left knee. Right hand comes over your right ear, right bicep over your right ear. Extended warrior. Left hand comes down to left leg. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right hand comes down to the floor or to the mat. And now you are in lizard lunge. So maybe you scoot that left leg over to the further side of your mat. Walk your hands to the mat. and your right foot is in the right corner to the back of your mat. So this is lizard lunge. So my left foot, my left hand, my right foot is, Jesus Christ, sorry, excuse me, and excuse my language. So my left foot, left hand, and my right hand are all in a line, and my right foot is in the right corner of the mat. And now maybe, like me, you put the right knee down because it was becoming too much. That is perfectly okay. We're going to go there anyway. And now we're just going to bend that right leg. And that's all we're going to do today. We're just going to bend the right leg. And now if you feel like a reach, I'm not going to stop you. This is your practice. Have that left hand reach back to grab the right pinky of the foot and pull that foot to your rear to stretch out the quad. Return that foot gently back to the mat. And now we're back with lizard lunge with that right knee on the ground. We're going to come back to plank. And from plank, down dog. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling. And notice the difference between the right and left side of our body. So let's do the right side. When you're ready, inhale that right foot up to the sky, stretch. And now we're going to try and have that right pinky touch our left elbow. Try and keep that left knee, left leg straight, torso straight, so we're isolating the right hip. Now we're going to step it between our hands and rise for a deeper warrior two. So that right knee is over our right toe. Our limbs are stretching out. That left foot is on the short side edge of our mat. Breathing, warrior two on the right side. And when you're ready, left hand comes to left hip. Inhale, exhale that right arm, right forearm over so our palm is facing the sky. And stretch back for a peaceful warrior. Leaning Tower of Pisa to the left. Use that left hand to support. Inhaling, exhaling. Find your breath. When you're ready, move that right elbow to right knee. Left bicep comes over left ear. We're an extended warrior. Breathing, finding your breath. And when you're ready, that right hand's gonna come to the mat. Left hand comes to meet. Maybe we scoot that right foot over to the right side of our mat. And now our left hand, right hand, and right foot are all in our line with our left foot in the back corner of their mat. Lizard lunge. Maybe we're moving forward and back, bouncing the left knee, coming to the knife edge of the right foot. Find some play here. Move that hip socket, breathing gently. Maybe too much, that left knee comes down to the mat, like me. I'm not going to make anybody reach back to grab that right foot today, but if you feel inclined to reach back and go for that quad stretch on the left foot, go for it. Right hand comes to grab the right pinky, and we stretch and pull that heel closer to our rear, stretching out that big quad muscle in the front side of our leg. Return the foot gently to the mat. Hands come back to the mat. And now that right foot comes back to plank. Fix our hands. We're going to move forward and we're going to count to 5 or do a 5-second push up. So hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Our chest is on the mat. Good job, everyone. That may have been hard. That may have not have been hard. Wherever you are, just congratulate yourself for being here. Those forearms come to the top of our mat. Sorry, our forearms come to the mat. Our hands are also on our mat. And we are in Sphinx pose. So imagine you're in Egypt, mimicking the Sphinx from afar for your Instagram feed. Or is it for yourself? Make sure those glutes are engaged to protect our lower back. And when you're ready, we're going to exhale our chest. Our hands are going to make a pillow. So our left hand, my left hand is over my right hand, creating a little pillow, resting the forehead onto my hands and shaking out our hips. And when you're ready, we're going to move our left hand, our left arm to the left side of our mat. We're going to pick up that right leg. Right hand comes to the right side of our mat, and our left ear comes to the mat as well. And now we are going to rotate onto that left hip joint. And same feeling as in down dog, we want to try and have that right foot touch that left hand. Make sure you find a comfortable position here. This is scorpion pose. And when you're ready, our chest comes back to the mat and we roll back to center. Oh. Now our right hand's going to reach out and left hand returns. Bend that left leg, and now we're going to roll onto that right hip joint for scorpion stretch on the right hip. Find your breath. Inhale, exhale. that left knee comes back to the mat. Oh. And we're going to shake out those hips left and right. Mm. That's such a nice pose. Very gently come back to child's pose and make your way to your back. Once you're on your back, once you're on your back, hug your left knee in. Inhale. Exhale that left knee in. Grab onto the right knee. Sorry. Grab your left knee with the right hand. Left hand comes out to the side. We're going to inhale, exhale onto that right hip. May have heard my back crack. May have not. But my back definitely cracked in my body, and it felt immaculate. And when you're ready, we're going to bring that left knee in with using our hands, bring it back to center, and then extend it all the way back to meet our left foot, our right foot to meet our left. Inhale, hug that right knee into our chest, grab on with the left hand, stretch that right arm out, and then we're going to roll onto that left hip. Supine twist to the left. And then when you're ready, we're going to hug that right knee in, bring it to center, and then extend that right leg all the way down to meet our left. And now we're just going to breathe. Maybe our hands come to our rib cage. Maybe our hands are above our head. Maybe our hands are at our sides. And we're just going to breathe. Every inhale, every exhale, we notice. Let's also notice how this practice made us feel. Is our lower body looser? How does our back feel? Did we push too much? Did we not push enough? Do this without judgment. Just meet yourself where you are in your practice. This is the first time I've ever recorded a podcast to instruct yoga, so I'm sure I'm not perfect. but I'm giving myself the grace to learn and to keep going and try this every day. Because the most common thing I hear is, I can't find time for it. So here you go. You found some time for it. Congratulate yourself. Thank yourself. And accept that you are where you're meant to be. Because as hard it is to believe, you are where you're meant to be. And now you could stay in Shavasana like myself, or you could come up to a seat, whether it's cross-legged, or I like to call it Jedi's pose, with your toenails and your tops of the feet in the mat, and your hips are resting on your heels, with your back straight, Jedi's pose. Or maybe you're just holding your knees and you're sitting on your sit bones. Maybe you're sitting on a block. Maybe you're still laying down. Whatever you do to find some comfort in your body. We're going to inhale our hands together overhead. Scratch that, I'm sorry. We're just going to inhale, exhale, and on our exhale, I want you to thank yourself. Always thank yourself for making time for yourself and joining me. I want to thank you for joining me for this practice. So we're going to inhale, exhale, thank you, inhale, exhale, I thank you, inhale, exhale, you thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you found some bliss with this practice. I hope you have a great day.